Hello. I have some ground beef that I cooked up and mixed with some taco seasoning to kind of make some taco meat because I needed to use up my ground beef. And I was looking for ways to kind of use it differently rather than like I would traditionally use it like I'd make tacos or taco salad, right? So one of the ways that I'm going to do it is I'm going to make it into like a taco dip, a nice cheesy hot taco dip. So I thought I would walk you through making that. So I've got my beef here that again I cooked with some taco seasoning. And then I've got 8 ounces of cream cheese that I have let soften. So it's just been sitting out on my counter for a couple hours to make it soft. I'm going to get that into my large mixing bowl and I have preheated my oven to 400 degrees. I'm going to be using this casserole dish. You could use a pie pan, but I'm already using that for something else. So I'm just going to use that casserole dish that I have. And so this is meant to be a dip, but I am not going to use it as a dip. I am just going to kind of eat it like the way it is. Probably top it with like some, maybe like some shredded lettuce and some tomatoes, something like that, to kind of make it a taco dish more than a dip. But then those in my family who are not eating keto and would eat chips, they can use it as a dip with their nacho chips. All right, so I've got my cream cheese, and then I need half a cup of ranch dressing. Maybe if I can get it open. There we go. That's starting it anyway. Nope. Still more to do. I got to get the little protective cover off too. There we go. All right, and like I said, I need a half cup of this. So I've got my half cup measuring cup. I'm just going to fill it all the way up. And add that to my bowl. All right, then I'm going to add my chili powder and my cumin. Now you could use like as much chili powder as you would like to have. My original recipe calls for a tablespoon of chili powder, but my family just cannot handle that much spice. So, you would just add whatever amount works best for your family. So I'm going to start with my cumin. I need 1 teaspoon of cumin. So that's what I've got here. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of my chili powder because that's going to work for my family, which I think is probably just about, yeah, all that I have left. So I'll have to get some more of that. Okay. And I'm going to grab a mixing spoon. Then I'm going to add, so my total recipe is going to call for 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese and then 1 cup of shredded pepper jack cheese. So I'm going to add half a cup of each to this mixture. There we go. And then they didn't have shredded pepper jack at the store, so I'm going to have to shred it myself. So that's going to be 2 ounces. Will be half a cup, and then we'll use the other 2 ounces on top. Okay, and then, oops, I meant to stir with my mixing spoon. I'm going to kind of mix this up, kind of breaking down a bit my cream cheese. Okay, and then I can add my meat. Get that all mixed together nicely. Okay. Now we are ready to get this into our pan. And just spread it out. And then we want to top it with the rest of our cheese. So another half cup or 2 ounces of shredded cheddar. And then another 2 ounces of shredded pepper jack. Okay, and get that all spread out also. Okay, this is ready to go into my oven. It needs to bake for between 15 and 20 minutes. And I'm looking for it to just be nice and melted and kind of, golden brown, at least on the edges, right, for my cheese. And it should be bubbling along the edges also. All right, so my taco dip is out of my oven. You can see it is nice and bubbly around the edges. And really what that means is that like all of those ingredients have kind of like melted together and are kind of, they don't really cook, but they're all blended. And that's what we want. We want them to kind of melt down and get blended together. I do have some browning around the edges of my dish. If we were going to eat this right now, I would probably leave this in for a little bit longer just to get some more browning on top. But because we're using it as a leftover to eat later, I want to kind of have some give in my cheese so that I can heat it up and it'll, kind of melt for me and be gooey and not just kind of get hard because it's already kind of, hard from being browned. So if you're making this and want to eat it right away, I would leave it in for just a little bit longer until it gets a little more browned. Totally up to you whether you want to do that or not. Again, we would want to let this rest for 3 to 5 minutes before we go ahead and dig in and eat it.